All right. I think we're ready, and this is a pretty short video.
Or from other writers, that it's super important to have a character who wants something in your story. The general recipe for a story is you combine a character who wants something and something that stands in their way. Not only...
Character that wants something. Something that stands in their way. Oh, something went... Oh, getting a little bit of lag there. It's all about economics, baby. True. See, but now what you gotta do, Book, is you gotta take every single one of those individually off the shelf and showcase each individual one. That's probably like 2 or 3 months worth of like 8 hours of content a day. Of just like picking a book off the shelf, just going in order, and going absolutely apeshit with it. You know, give like a little tiny synopsis for each book. You just literally read the back of the book, right? Oh, and then we're moving into anime, into manga. We're moving into the manga section, guys. It's like, is it all in one room, or are there like multiple rooms of this? Yeah, that's a good question. Are they organized, Book? Or are they just random? Or are they like organized in your own personal way, but not in like a Dewey Decimal System, let's say?
Does your character have to want something? But the thing that they want has to be different from the thing that they actually need. In this...
They want needs to be different than what they need. Just gonna add my my little note here of secret needs character doesn't know they have, or a fictions are organized by author, then title typically, at least in a public library. Yeah, that makes sense, Sean. And then on top of it, you have a genre section too, right? So I'd say like genre, then author, then title. Because multiple authors could be in multiple genres. But I don't know how they do that nowadays. If the library's big enough, right? Ah, shit! Book's rating me. You're done already, Book? That was it? That's crazy. I mean, that was a great showcase. I absolutely loved it. I'm so jealous because I've always wanted a yay, thank you, Book, for the raid! I always wanted a library in my house. We have a library of photo albums, but I mean, I want like a fucking library. Like literally a library attached, like an actual public library that's like open to the public and stuff like that. Depends on the size of the library. Public school library might only organized by authors. Yeah. I'd want something like the size of a public school library. Like, you know, 2 or 3 rooms of like 40 by 40 feet, right? And just have it as a separate connected building. And just like completely open to the public for anyone to like come and, you know, read books and engage and stuff like that. I think that would be amazing to have something like that. That's my dream at the end of the day. But yeah, Book, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. I split my bookcases by author and then order of series or title or series, and I split my fiction and non-fiction and my manga. Ah, makes sense, Book. But you should like seriously, you should go through like every single one of them and just like be like, what did you think of the book? You know, give like a review of the book, and like I think that would go fucking hard. And that's so much. It's just infinite free content All you gotta do is stand there, read the book, and give your opinion. That's the most amount of people I've ever had in a stream. Hell yeah, book. It's all about promoting. So then you just... And I think people would love that, because people love learning about new things and other people's opinions, because they don't want to read the book themselves, but they want, like, a genuine opinion. They don't want an opinion of an internet person that's trying to get clout. They want someone who's actually has a genuine opinion about it, right? I do want to talk about my writing as well. But yeah, exactly. But it's like you could do all of it, and like on top of that, if you're like, oh well, I don't want to do writing today, you have like an infinite amount of content in the background. That's like basically how I tried to base my stream. Is no matter what, there should always be an infinite amount of background content that's like backlogged that can just be thrown out whenever I don't have any content that I can do. That was in my basement. Yeah, I could kind of tell. It looked a little under-renovated, if you know what I mean, but it is what it is, right? Book reviews on YouTube is quite popular, so stream your personal review on each title, posting on YouTube once you get the VOD. That would be great. If you wanted, I could also edit them. I would so be down for that, and then just put them as like shorts, and you could do like a 2 to 3 minute short, and then just have like a shit ton of shorts of book reviews. I think that would like fucking pop off.
Video.
Oh right, or a want disguised as a need.
I'm going to explain to you what the difference is between a character want and a character need, and how to use both of these things to meet readers' subconscious expectations and create a satisfying ending for your story. Having a character who wants something and having the thing that they...
Oh my god, give me an idea next, or is my idea under my nose the whole time? I also need to figure out how to stream properly and get my environment set up. Well, I mean, if you go back and look at my streams book, it took me like 6 to 8 months to figure that shit out. Ads? Oh, this is covering it. Fuck ads. Goddamn ads. Okay, we'll wait for ads. I'll take a toke, guys. Thanks for calling out ads, guys. It's really appreciated, because sometimes, like, I don't know why, but it seems like without Beezus here, I can't really tell when ads are happening. But we're getting a lot of good notes out of this, so that's what's important. My primary time to start stream will be in January, so it'll be sporadic until then. Just when I can get the courage or I'm bored enough. Yeah, like I said, like the first 6 months is just getting used to it. Like, just treat it like, you know, getting used to cold water. I mean... Most people don't have a wall behind them. Most people stream the opposite way I do. Like, most people would have, like, the computer in the corner, and then the background would be the rest of the room. But, you know, if I did that, you'd see my bed, and we don't need that. So, I stuck... And, like, this desk was already here, because I used it as my smoking station. I just didn't have the PC here. Well, I mean, I pulled that over, but, you know, I didn't have the other monitor here until I started streaming. Because I didn't need the second monitor. But now I'm like, I need a third monitor. So I can watch frickin' streams while I'm streaming. Yeah, it's helpful to have a space behind you. So if you want to use that space, you barely need to change things. That's why I have the other camera. So I have, like, the other side of the room that I can do. But yeah, it is quite a bit of a bitch. I'm here! The comfiest place I'd stream is my bed, but then I need a VTube thing. I mean, you don't necessarily need VTube. You can do PNG Tuber. It's a lot easier to do, and most people start off as PNG, and then as they get more comfortable, they evolve and like get artists to work on their models and stuff like that, and amp it up. I have a wall, but my arrangement is quite clean. I think mine's pretty scuffed, but... You can't see how scuffed it is. The camera's like just enough to show that it's like you can't quite tell. But it is definitely fucking scuffed as shit. You make a dressing screen, those accordion folding structures, something lightweight and easy to move, any color you want. That's a good idea, Sean. Yeah, but your vibe isn't clean either. I wouldn't be in line with... It wouldn't be in line with my vibe to have a messy background. Oh, yeah, no, it's on brand for me to have, like, everything just kind of fucking scattered everywhere and everything fucked up, right? I have no structure, no focus. Tangent here, tangent there, boom, 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 boom. We're all over the place. It is what it is. That's why I wanted the stream to be authentic, because I'm like, at some point in time, I'm going to get jaded and lazy, and everyone's going to find out I'm a useless fucking piece of shit slob who fucking just swears. So I'm like, let's just go with that as the fucking authentic content. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. We do what we do. Could be something on my closet door. Oh, I know something I can do for like 100 streams. Raymond Dow! Welcome, welcome. How's it going? See there, you just got ideas flowing through your head already, book. That's the best way to do it, because the problem, I think, organize your books. Oh yeah, organizing your books from this, like you could literally do that first, and then it'll like give everyone a reference for the books, and then you could go through them, and like that, you just doubled it. You've doubled infinite content now. And talk about them as I go. Yeah, exactly. You could make like a fucking tier list of the authors and stuff like that. Like, there's so much content to go with that. Your little man in your brain, who's in charge of logging the data of your day, is pulling his hair out of his head because he's too stressed trying to keep up with the barrage of content coming in every second. Well, I mean, you gotta have content brain. That's I think that's why a lot of streamers like have such a hard time streaming, is because their basic like streaming identity isn't based around a variety of infinite content. It's connected to either a video game or like maybe a specific IRL type of thing or something like that, and it doesn't allow for expansion basically. Whereas like I was like, I'm not going to stream unless I can stream something that's like infinite content. And infinite content is me writing. And then just everything else that goes along with writing on top of it just adds more essence and depth. Plus, you know, I have my book that I can tell people about and stuff. I mean, that's like 100 hours of talking about shit right there. You know, and then that's 100 hours of telling every single individual person. And then the more people, the more times you repeat it. You got to repeat it to drive it into people. And then the next thing you know, boom, there you are.
Really need be different than the thing that they want is the key ingredient to a character arc, because your character starts out wanting that thing, and then over the course of the story they don't actually get what they want, but instead they get what they need. You need to do this in order to fulfill subconscious reader expectations for your story.
I don't give a fuck about syntax. That's syntax, right? I don't fucking know. An extra desk. Nice.
Because otherwise you're going to have readers who read it and they'll be like, huh, that did not hit right for me. That didn't feel right. I don't
Phonetics.
know what it
Syntax is part of grammar. Okay, phonetics.
Why.
That's also why I covered my cam. I live with other people, so I have to respect their privacy. Makes sense. Makes sense, book.
But that climax just didn't feel right. Your story isn't going to feel right unless you meet these subtle expectations. So when plotting out a character arc, and this is especially important for your main character in your story, you need to ask yourself two questions. One, what does your character want?
What does your character want? Husai wants find truth about his species. What he needs is to discover the connection he has with Gaia that is guiding him. So his want and his need kind of go together, and he does find out his want. And that's what leads into the need. So it's a different type of format, but that's just the way that Husai is. 3 questions. What do they want? What will they get? Will they get it? And is that a good thing if they do? Oh, I have notes about this. Let me grab my notes too. Hell yeah. Three questions. What do they want to? Will they get it? 3. Is that a good or a bad thing? So let's do this. What do they want? So Husai wants to know why he's human. Will they get it? Yes. He finds out. Is that a bad thing? It changes things. Information is a powerful weapon. The best stories are when they get what they want and it's a nightmare for them as a result. Well, it kind of is, because he gets what he wants, he figures out why he's human, but that opens an entirely new box of worms, because now he finds out, oh, avians are genetically engineered, chocobos are genetically engineered, insectoids are genetically engineered, and some octopi are genetically engineered. The Monarch and the Viceroy are genetically engineered. Like, this shit is fucking crazy! And it was like finding out about everything, like, Gaia and everything, it's like, oh my god, it just completely flips the entire script on its head, and it's like, okay, well now I understand, you know, why the Monarch could be perceived as this evil that we need to eliminate, right? So they get what they want, but it completely changes everything. The want keeps pushing them forward. The need is what they must discover to grow. That's a great way to put it. That's a great way to put it, book. Love it. My 3 questions are, what does your character want more than anything? Who or what is stopping them? And what will happen if they fail? I just made notes. Well, it works. That's all that matters. So these are questions that you can ask yourself. Who would win in a fight, an octopi or a beast man? That depends, Beezus. Because you gotta think about it like this. The strength of the octopi is in the fact that they have no bones. I just had it all muted while I wrote. Yeah, no worries, Beezus. It's all good. So, whatever bone structure you have, the octopi, that's muscle for them. So, like, their muscles are strong as fuck. So, if an octopi wrapped its arm around your neck and tried to, like, strangle you, they just, like, break your fucking neck. And then the whole, like, flexing where it, like, expands. So they wrap it's like a fucking snake. They wrap it around your neck and then they flex and it fucking snaps your neck. I think an octopi would win. But then again, if we're talking, like... I wonder if I can find it.
Welcome to a ShortStories, where tales of fantasy and moral chaos collide.
2, what does your character actually need? You ask your character what they want. Your character is going to know what they want at the beginning of the story, because their want is what gets them to accept the call to adventure and begin their character arc. If your character doesn't want anything, if they're not motivated by anything, they're not going to be an active driver in the force of the plot. But they're not going to know
That means
what
business
they need.
to them,
So
not
you don't
happiness.
ask your-
People overestimate wild animals and underestimate humans. Humans are OP within their weight class. Humans are OP because we have the ability to think out and use tools and traps and stuff like that. Like, the reason we're the apex predator is not because we can physically, like, dismantle any of the other predators. It's because we've learned to be smarter than them. And we just happen to have a physique that allows us with opposable thumbs.
Character what they need.
We also have a better brain. Dominate. Yeah.
What your character needs. Your character shouldn't know what they need at the beginning of the story, but the story should know what your character really needs. Because the story can see the character from the bird's eye perspective. The character doesn't know what they need. For example, let's say that you're writing a story about a teenager who finds out that
Physically OP too. We're stupid tough. Yeah, it's like one of my favorite lines when you get hit in the face and you realize that you're not made of glass. That's why when Smokey shoots me 12 times, if he doesn't hit my heart, I'm not going to basically die instantly, or my head. So you could take like 10 bullets and probably survive for like 20 minutes unless it like absolutely hit a really bad spot or maybe punctured a lung. But even then, you could probably survive for 10 minutes.
that there's a large amount of gold hidden somewhere in their town, and they go on a quest to try to find it. At the beginning of the story, that character wants to find that gold and get a lot of money and become really rich. That's what that character wants, and that's the thing that drives them to go get that gold in the first place. But what the character...
Adrenaline is a hell of a drug as long as you don't get confused or killed, or concussed or killed. People get shot in the head and survive, sometimes with no deficits even. Yup. I'm pretty sure it was a Mr. Ballin story. But there was this guy who, I wonder if I can bring it up. Like this, if you guys have never heard of this story is fucked.
Welcome to a Talk Stories, where tales of fantasy and moral chaos collide.
Yeah, I see, book. I want to be like the Mr. Ballin of fiction. That was my goal when I started this stream. I'll take on one kitten and lose due to cuteness exposure. True, Callie. True. I'm just gonna see if I can find this. Here it is. What story do you think is the craziest that Mr. Ballin ever told? Ryan Waller's story is always crazy to watch. He was accused of killing his girlfriend, Heather, but they were actually both victims. He was bleeding internally while being interrogated after he was shot in the face. Yeah. And it's like, they have like the police clips of him, and he's like sitting in the chair, and he's like putting the handcuffs on himself, and it's like, they think he has like a black eye. And so they sued for shit because, yeah, that one's fucking amazing. So good. Watched all of his content a billion times. I haven't watched recent stuff because I haven't had time. But, like, I fucking love Mr. Ballin, man. He is the shit. I would love to, like, because he's doing, like, tours and stuff now. And he's working on, like, the second graphic novel. I would love to fucking go to one of those things. Oh, you could beat a fish, Callie. True. What if its tail slapped you in the face and broke your jaw?
character really needs is to discover that treasure is not worth going that far for. That there are more important things in life than money. So your character would start out going after the gold and the thing that they want, and through the transformational events of the story, they ultimately discover that there are more important things in life than the gold, and will perhaps...
Okay, so I just thought of an idea for like double-sided coin for these notes. We might be able to take on a minnow. But a spearfish? Ooh. That's scary. That's a scary thought. I don't know about that one. So... $13, $12. Welcome. How's it going, bro? What's up? We are chilling. We are talking about needs versus wants. I can take on a lone shark. Just punch it in the nose. Just bop it. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Out and away. Done. Easy fucking peasy. A lone shark. Ooh, doing great. Last night I wrote about 1,400 words. Damn, there you go, 13. That's it. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'd go for the balls personally. Fastest way down a man. I could take on a lone shark. I mean, it's true, book. Shows the character there's more to life than money. The need was not. Something else. It was confidence in companionship. Eddie, good morning. How's it going, brother? Welcome. Ooh. Fuck! That's a lot of points, guys. Ooh, that's a lot of points. Ooh, shit. Very happy. Hell yeah. Keep on going, 13. I believe in you. Damn, we're all losing our fucking points. This is brutal. I mean, it is what it is. Well, there you go. Yes! Ooh, we need to stretch that out a bit. I almost always have the big schlong. True! There you go. Callie's got one too. I better get in on this action then. Oh, man, you really double fucked that up there, Sean. Of course, you would be the one to win. Wow, how'd you do that? You like... I read it wrong. Beezus won. You failed. Damn it. 7 is close enough, right? What about power level? Oh my god, guys. I think that's the lowest I've ever seen. Oh my god. I'm embarrassed, guys. Yeah, let's try that. Dude, 163%? Holy fuck, that's almost perfect. Ads! Wait, Book, aren't you a subscriber? Why are you seeing ads? How do you know there's ads? Did someone say ads? Oh, because there's a message in chat that says ads. I can see the announcement. Ah, okay. Okay. We get told when there's an ad. It's just because, like, I'm usually looking at, like, this all chat, not the other chat, because my other chat you can't really see, especially during the thing. And it doesn't show up there, so it's like, oh, fuck. So I don't see it. There should be one for when ads end. There is. It says, welcome, your community is back, or something like that. It says, welcome back. I swear it does. It's just sometimes it doesn't get to post it because it's middle of another action, and it's mid cooldown. Really? Let's see, because it says 3, 2, 1. Ad break ended, your community is back. You're right. It says it for me, but it doesn't appear in the chat. Like, it says it in the announcement, but it doesn't say it in the chat. Maybe I can figure that out as a thing.
Let all of the gold sink into
I don't know. Twitch is weird sometimes.
the ocean if it means saving one of the new friends that they met along the way. Probably by saving that friend, then you can
This streamer is garbage. I don't want these L channel points.
True. Just throw them away. Get rid of them. Just gone. Did you see the link I posted before stream technically started? Sean, no, I did not. I was late to bringing up basically everything, and I was pretty much late today, and then everything crashed. And then it was like, oh shit, there we go. It's over and done with. Oh, God. Oh. One day, guys, one day I'll be able to touch my toes, I swear. We'll get there. Oh. I'm just not built for this, I
Nice
swear.
try, better luck next time, fat ass.
Oh,
Get back in that chair,
true.
you lazy ass shit streamer.
True. Oh. No, I can't touch my toes, Beezus. I'm like this far from touching my toes. I'm gonna be in that room and push on your back until it cracks. Whenever you want to get around to watching it. What is this? Bedtime thoughts, a bad lip reading of Return of the Jedi. Huh, interesting. Oh, I guess we just leave it up there and do it after the react. Damn, Beezus, you're going hard with that shit. It's more like my kneecaps are going to explode. Like, it's not my back, it's like my kneecaps are going to explode. I'm like, nah. Nah, 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 nah.
also have them get the gold somehow as well. So by making the right choice to choose the friend over the gold, they get rewarded by, like, for that, and then they can still get the gold somehow. If
Well, your
character
stomach
gets what
should
they
touch.
want,
Quote from Hook. Reach on down and touch your toes. How long since you looked at those? Wait, I can't touch my toes anymore either. We got old, Beezus. We got old. Oh, you tried, book. You tried. It was so close.
then you're actually writing a tragedy. You're writing a story with a very unhappy ending. Because if you can imagine a story about...
I always can't. My lower vertebrae has almost started to fuse with my hips. It's literally the backs of my calves. Like, I need to stretch out my calves. Like, my thighs are fine, my back is fine, it's my calves. My calves are my weak point, man. I can't deal with it. Literally feels like my knees are gonna pop out of my fucking sockets.
A teenager who's trying to find that gold, and they really want to get the money and really want to be rich, and they meet some friends along the way.
We need Muffin in here, y'all. We are all so old. I know, book buyer, but that's it. It's a reading community, a writing community. What do you expect? We should all be in our 30s or 40s.
And they end up going on the treasure hunt, and all goes fine, and they get the money. It's not going to be a very sad.
That's the exercise where you sit spread-legged and stretch to touch each foot. Like putting your foot out like this and trying to touch your toes. Like this is, guys, this is how I can touch my toes. But it's like my foot, like I can't even pull my leg up like this and fully extend my knee. Like, this is about as high as I can go, and then I have to start bending my knee. I have, like, no flexibility. If I had enough room, I'd show you my flexibility. I can do a backflip, guys! Come on, I can do a backflip! Then while holding your toe, try to extend every time. It will get easier. Yeah, Sean, but I'm a lazy-ass piece of shit and I have no time, so I don't stretch at all. The only time I stretch is, like, at work. I literally stand at work and stretch, because there's nothing else to do.
The character will not have changed from the beginning to the end of the story, and maybe they had to sacrifice some people in order to get that money. That's going to end up giving viewers just a sad feeling. But if the character gets what they need, then you're writing a story with a happy ending, because actually your character has grown and changed and self-actualized, and oftentimes they get rewarded for that. My favorite book on writing craft uses Star Wars as an example of this. The book is Dynamic Story Creation by Maxwell Alexander Drake. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend going to check it out. It is
Find a counter and put a leg on it and bend forward to stretch your calf that way. Just do it out of sight of customers. Yeah, I do that. I literally do that, Sean, when I'm sitting behind the counter at, like, customer service. I'll just put my foot up on one of the, like, I sit on the bench and I'll put up my foot on the desk and I'll stretch out. Especially if you're wearing booty shorts. Oh, I'm always wearing booty shorts, book. Where are they? They're probably on the other side over there. They might be in the laundry too, because I have laundry on right now. We don't need any ball viewing. Dad balls! Ah, dad balls!
Book on writing I've ever read. In this book, Drake uses a really great example of want versus need, which is the movie Star Wars. He illustrates what it would be like to ask Luke, the main character of Star Wars, what he wants at the beginning, and then to ask the story what Luke actually needs.
I don't wear clothes, so I won't be seen. I wear them so others won't have to see difference.
So Luke, what do you want? And Luke says, you know what I want? I want to be awesome in this wonderful world filled with technology. I want to be the best pilot, the best gunner, the best sharpshooter, because technology is going to save me one day. And then you ask the story, hey, theme, what does Luke need? And then the theme says Luke needs to learn that there's something out there bigger than himself, and if he embraces it, it'll save him in ways that technology can't. So Luke starts the story on the side of technology.
My internet is sucky. That's okay, book. Someone wants to see me Starkers won't bother me, but them seeing me might bother them. I see, Sean. True,
And he
Eddie!
has to learn the ways of the Force and the things that are out there that can save him when technology can't over the course of the book. And then in the climax, he chooses to trust in the Force, and that
That's a
ends up
good
saving him.
nudist mindset.
If he had just relied on technology, he wouldn't have been able to save
I wear clothes to be seen and take them off to be seen better.
the day. This book goes into a ton of detail about theme and how protagonist want versus need also interacts with, like, determining major themes in book and how to, like, make stories universally compelling to people. I can't recommend it highly enough, so go pick up a copy and give it a read if you haven't already, because it's fantastic. But that's a basic overview of what people talk about
when I make sour cream look tan, seeing me uncovered isn't for the faint of heart.
They are talking about protagonist want versus need.
True,
They
Sean.
always have to be two different things, and essentially they just like the want summarizes the beginning of the character arc, and then the need summarizes the ending of the character arc, and it's
Want symbolizes the beginning of character arc. The need shows the end of the arc. So that's a good way to know for progression for story characters. I think my skin tone is close to a Tox. Pale as fuck. Like, you turn off the lights and I fucking glow. But that's just my arms, because my arms are usually exposed. But like, if you look at my like stomach, like this shit is pale as fuck. This don't see light. This don't ever see light. That German blood. I'm actually like half Irish and like quarter Scottish, and the rest like mixed.
it's your job as a writer to get the character from who they are when
Making
they're
Tampico look dull. Musicals often have something in them called an I Want song, where the protagonist sings about their goals. Oh, my stomach is white as shit. True book.
wanting that thing at the beginning.
I feel like the caramel oozing from a bar of chocolate. You're good, Callie. I'm also Scottish and Irish. Mostly English and German.
To the version of themselves that embodies that thing that they really need at the end. It's just a super easy way to think about character arcs so they don't get too confusing. That's all I have for this video. If you have a second, I'd be super grateful if you could give it a like and also subscribe to my channel.
Hell yeah.
My name is Claire Fraise, and I make videos sharing actionable writing tips that helps me make my own writing better. I am a plotter and also make a lot of videos on how I like to plot books. So if you're also a plotter, or even if you're a pantser looking to learn more about plotting, give my other videos a look. Are you working on a story right now? If so, what does your character want at the beginning, and what do they ultimately need? How do you transform them from the first version of themselves into the last version of themselves? I always think about theme when determining my character's wants and needs, and the way that I think about theme is exactly how Drake talks about it in this book. That's how I learned about...
We actually finished a video in 1.5 hours. The end of the world is imminent. It's only because the stream crashed.
Invisible layers and themes in books, and because it was just the clearest way to think about it and just really changed the way that I viewed storytelling. So I highly, highly recommend that book. Or if you're more of a podcast person, to go listen to the 2 interviews that I did with him on this channel.
There's a bug flying around me and I'm scared of getting bit. Oh no, Callie, run away!
That, where he explains in more broad terms.
Only 1
how
hour.
theme works, and that was just mind-blowing to me. So I highly recommend going to read that book, because it will put the character wants and needs
Bite it
into
back.
context more, and
Actually
how
eat it.
to determine your character's want and needs.
I should totally eat
and
it.
connect that to your major
Protein.
theme in order to create a story that does deliver that satisfying feeling to your readers. I hope you have a good week, everybody.
Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat the bug, eat the bug, eat it, eat it, eat the bug, eat the bug. You know you want to eat it, eat it. Those tennis racket zappers were great. Sadly, I accidentally zapped a bumblebee earlier this year. I thought it was a wasp in my blind eyes. You want to hear a funny story about that? Tennis racket zappers. So, we used to have this weed dealer that would just like give us weed for doing random shit. And one day I was like to my buddy, "Yo, if you take that bug zapper and you put it on your balls, I'll give you a ½ ounce." So buddy just instantly zaps his balls with it. Don't fucking do that. It was down for the count, boys! Friends Karma used to kiss me on the neck in return for her weed. Alright, Beezus. I mean, that's the easiest way I've ever seen to get weed. Hell yeah, brother. Train spotters, but much less insane. Love the casual. Oh, there's a hair on this. Pluck goes back to moisturizing lips. Exactly, book. There are screw and big zappers now. Just go in your porch light socket. Oh, so you can just like turn it, put it outside, put a light on it, and just zap all the bugs by the morning. Oh, that's such a good idea. I love it. Okay, react notes. Notes on character wants versus needs. Yay! Alright, so now we've got this, I guess, so this is again right with Claire Fraise. I will link you guys the video. If you want to go give it some support. Wait, what the fuck? Why is it telling me to log in? Why the fuck is it telling me to log into Kick? God damn it. Unscrew the porch light and screw in the bug zapper, then the fun sound of executing insects fills the night and you have a mess to sweep up in the morning. We'd all do it for an ounce. Oh, hell yeah. What the hell? Why is it telling me the verification code is wrong? This shit is so annoying. I don't know why it thinks I'm fucking logged out. Yeah, it's like, you're not logged in. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean I'm not logged in? I'm so confused why this fucking doesn't work. There it goes. Now it works. Just takes 3 fucking tries. Jesus Christ. No neck, kissy kissy. I once bit my friend on the head because she rested her head on my shoulder. Ah, I picked the wrong meat. I don't like pork chops. How about me for a smoked pork chop? No, sorry, I can't afford a whole series.